Ears. Good evening, I'm Megan Mongello.
And I'm Kyle Inskeep. There are 900 new cases of the coronavirus in Ohio tonight, the most in a single day since mid-April. And the vast majority are people between the ages of 20 and 49.
This graph clearly spells it out. There's a demographic shift in who is getting sick. Tessa DeTiro joins us now with attempts to get young people to pay attention. What did you learn, Tessa?
Well, good evening, Megan. Health officials say that this is a tough task, but one that they're working diligently on. One way that they're trying to reach young people is through social media. So what we just saw was, of course, that press conference today was focused on Hamilton County, and some of the numbers they talked about there were a bit alarming to those health officials. Dr. Rick Lofgren of UC Health says that this isn't because we're doing more testing in Hamilton County now. Instead, these numbers that they're seeing and those trends are because the virus is here and it's spreading. Young people make up the majority of the new cases in Hamilton and Clermont counties.
The last patient we had that was admitted to UC Health and required ICU was a 28-year-old individual without any pre-existing conditions. Now, that's the exception than the rule, but the point being is that it is still a very serious infection.
Health officials say this group might have mild symptoms or none at all, but because they're active and social, they can carry the virus to immunocompromised friends and older family.
We don't have like one specific event or one thing that's causing it, but we are definitely starting to see cases where families have come together for some type of family celebration.
To stop the spread, the basics are best: social distancing, hand washing, and wearing a mask. No matter your age, some people just don't want to wear them. A behavioral health expert gives two big reasons for the mask battle. He calls it the change fatigue and a lack of control.
The psychology around this, we get ourselves wrapped around what symbols mean. And the masks have become a symbol. And for some people, it's a symbol of caretaking our fellow neighbor. And for some people, it's a symbol of freedom.
As summer continues, officials encourage the old and the young to be safely social.
If you want to get together around, a bonfire, can you put your chairs 6 feet apart around that bonfire? You can still be together. You can still talk. You can still socialize, but can you do it from 6 feet apart?
And to pay attention.
We do our best to try to communicate, through means that they may be able to pick the information up and know that. So, but it is difficult. I think it's a really difficult thing for them to just kind of get and understand the importance of it.
Health officials say that hospitalizations across the tri-state are up as well, but ICUs are not yet overwhelmed. At the riverfront, Tessa DeTiro, Local 12 News. Back to you in the studio.
Tessa, thank you. There is a pop-up site this weekend at Roberts Academy in East Price Hill where you can drive in or walk up. And as we've been reporting, anyone in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky can now get a test. There is a link to find out where the locations are at local12.com.
Ohio